lady, and as you might be able to tell, I'm surrounded with more plants that I accidentally bought, not on purpose, on accident, but I did plan to go to all these places. So I do it to myself every time. I always buy plants, and I know I do, even if I just want to go look. So today we're going to be doing a plant haul from 2 different really awesome nurseries that I've been to this weekend. My little brother and his girlfriend Bella are in town. So we've been exploring Mammoth Cave National Park and going hiking and doing all kinds of really fun outdoor activities and just enjoying time together. But also when we do that, when we're traveling around, I have to stop at plant places. So that's what we did. The first nursery that we went to is Wilson's Nurseries and Plant Company in Frankfort, Kentucky. It is a huge nursery operation. They have a cafe, a butterfly garden, and they have tons and tons of houseplants, tropicals, annuals, trees, shrubs, everything you could possibly imagine. But they are one of the #1 spots that I like to go to for houseplants that is relatively close to where I live in Louisville. The next place is somewhere new that I've never been before, Mammoth Cave Transplants, which is a nursery about, I think it was maybe 10 to 15 minutes away from the visitor center at Mammoth Cave National Park. And we went and explored this nursery. They had tons of greenhouses just like Wilson's, but they specialized more on the tree, shrubs, and perennial side of things. They didn't have a whole lot of houseplants, but they did have some annuals for the landscape. And I met the ladies there, and they were absolutely fantastic to work with. We chatted about plants, and I got tons of stuff. So I'm excited to show you guys. So let's go ahead and get started in all of the crazy plants that Sadie bought. The first place we've gone to was Wilson's Nurseries and Plant Company in Frankfort, Kentucky. And we went there for the main goal of finding terrarium plants so me and my brother's girlfriend could build terrariums together. So these are some of the terrarium plants that they had available. They have a really good deal where you can get 6, they call them itty bitty plants, for I think $26. We just got a variety of different plants to put into our terrariums. So there's some ferns, some syngoniums, a little palm, and then a watermelon begonia as well. Next up, I went a little crazy with the peperomias because I really enjoy them. So I got another, this is the parallel peperomia, and it just does so well for me, and I thought I might give this to my brother's girlfriend as she's just starting to get into houseplants. So I figured this would be a really good one for her to start out with. The next ones we have, one doesn't have a name on it, so I'll start with that one. But it's a really beautiful peperomia with dark veination. And this one was $11.99. And then the next one I got was the Peperomia Piccolo Banda, which is absolutely stunning. Very similar to this other one, but more of a reddish veination. So this next plant is something that Cody actually picked out, and it is a pineapple plant. So he's super obsessed with finding just funky things that he can have as houseplant. He got this for $29.99. and he's super excited. So as many of you know, Cody and I recently purchased our first home. So I've been not only excessively buying more houseplants because I can have all of my plants outside, but I'm also buying tons of perennials and shrubs and filling our yard full of plants. So also at Wilson's, I got a Monarda Jacob Klein is the cultivar. It's a really pretty reddish maroon bloom, and this is really great for pollinators. And then I got a total of 3 perennials at Wilson's. This is a Coreopsis moonbeam, and I'll put the names up on the screen, but it's a really beautiful texture in the garden and these really dainty yellow blooms in the summer. And then this one is really cool. It always catches my eye. It has these really cool flower buds on them that are starting to form. And this is the Rattlesnake Master, or the Eoringium yuccifolium. I'm pretty sure all 3 of these were $10.50. Mammoth Cave Transplants, the second nursery, is an absolute hidden gem. So I went a little crazy and they had really fantastic prices. So I couldn't help myself, and even Cody was pulling plants from the tables as well. So we'll dive into what we got. And in this group, I only got 1 houseplant or tropical, so I apologize if you're here just for tropicals and houseplants, but I got a ton of really cool perennials for you guys to check out. First one I got was, of course, nobody would probably be surprised, but a Mangave. And I'm pretty sure it's my dog's spot, so I just need to do a little research to figure out its identity. And look at the price of that plant. $8.99 for a, I don't know, would this be a trade gallon pot? I'm really bad with pot sizes on plants, but that's a huge plant for $8.99. A lot of places this would have been upwards of more than $30 for the most part, and I'm really excited to have this one in my collection. So that's the only house plant I bought, but I got tons of perennials for our sun garden that we're installing, or that keeps getting bigger and bigger, not on purpose. So the first one we have is an Asclepias tuberosa, or the milkweed. Again, a huge container of it, and it's very, very full. Plant was $5.99, which is amazing because it's bigger than my face, and I'm really excited. This is a really great plant for attracting butterflies and pollinators, and it's a host plant for the monarchs. It does have aphids on it, which doesn't concern me at all because once it's in the garden, the natural predators will take care of the aphids, but they're actually kind of cool. The next plant I got, I've started collecting these. I went to a couple of garden centers in Missouri when I went camping for 4th of July, and I found a ton of different crocosmias, and this one was at Mammoth Cave Transplants for $5.49, and this is the cultivar George Davison. The next two plants are more Monardas. So I got the Balmy Purple, and then the other one I got is Grand Parade, and it was a more of a bright iridescent purpley blue bloom. And these are supposed to stay quite smaller compared to the other bee balm I got. So this one is 13 to 16 inches in height, so it'll give me some shorter color in our perennial garden. And again, one of them was $5.99 and the other one was $6.99. And that's another thing, all of the plants I did get are sun-loving plants, which usually isn't something I gravitate towards. I really love shade perennials, but they just had too many great options that I couldn't help myself. The next ones are ones that are kind of iffy in the gardens. So these are the Echinacea, which aren't always long-lived in a perennial garden. So I have a bunch of them. I already bought 3 from a local nursery called the Plant Kingdom here in Louisville, and when I saw these I just had to have more. So this is actually one that Cody picked out, and it is called Supreme Cantaloupe, which I think is really, really cute. And this is a taller cultivar, so I'm excited to have this. I'll probably have to wedge it in with some other coneflowers so it doesn't get as floppy as it is now, but this is a really cool one to have in the garden. The other one that we got was $7.99, and it is the Baja Burgundy, which is a part of the Sombrero series. And you can see there it's this beautiful burgundy pinkish purple color, absolutely covered in blooms. Again, a very nice sized plant, and this will look really great with our other oranges and a couple of white ones. And then I actually lied to you guys, I have one plant that is a shade perennial. So this is the only shade perennial we got. They did have a bunch of other hostas and ferns, but this was something that I've seen in other people's gardens and have really enjoyed it. So I'm excited to have it in ours. This is the Dryopteris. Brilliance is the cultivar, and it is an autumn fern. And throughout the season, it gets these really beautiful orange fronds, which add beautiful color to any shade garden. That's pretty much gonna be the video. I'm super excited to buy plants. I always am. I'm a plant enthusiast, a plant collector, and I just cannot help myself. And now that we have a yard, it's gotten a lot worse. So I'm constantly buying more mulch and compost to amend my garden and to continue planting. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I promise soon I'll do a backyard garden tour and go over all the plants that I bought and put in our backyard. But it's pretty weedy. I might just go ahead and show you guys the plants with the weeds because that's realistic. And I honestly just don't want to pull the weeds. I just want to plant the plants and enjoy them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, and comment below. And let me know what kind of nurseries and places that you've been to, if you are in Kentucky, that I should definitely check out while exploring, or just in general, your favorite plant places around the country. I'd love to know, and maybe one day I'll end up going to those places. So thank you guys again for watching, and happy planting.